Welcome to AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown. I'm Sonia Baghdadi. Right now I'm here to guide you through the biggest stories of the day. Here's our pick for number 4.
We can confirm, without a doubt, is our equipment is on the surface of the moon.
An historic moment in lunar exploration, a U.S.-made spacecraft landing on the moon for the first time in more than 50 years.
Welcome to the moon.
I'm very excited about this.
Right there.
The last time the U.S. landed on the moon was the Apollo 17 mission in 1972.
This is quite an emotional feeling to be here.
That's the CEO of Intuitive Machines, talking before the launch. He's the head of the company that created this robotic explorer, named Odysseus. It's the first time a private company has landed a craft on the moon.
This is a small little company trying to do something that is very bold.
Odysseus is about the size of a phone booth. No crew members were on board. It landed Thursday night on the moon's south pole. None of the Apollo missions have landed in that area. The reason behind this was to explore that part of the moon and see if there's water in the form of ice, before NASA sends a crewed mission there in late 2026. NASA paid the company $118 million for this mission. This will have a major impact on future exploration.
We've been going to the moon for a while, and we need to continue to.
The spacecraft left Earth February 14th, traveling roughly 620,000 miles to get to the moon. Other private companies have attempted to complete this mission, but none of them landed on the moon until Thursday night, making this a giant leap for further moon exploration. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
The Advocate Channel looks at the world through the lens of equality, community, hope, and inclusion. AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown continues with our producer's pick for number 3.
Once a week, 15-year-old Waverly Alexander and her instructor, Robert Anemone, get one step closer to achieving her dream.
I want to become a professional violinist.
A desire that since joining the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra's Talent Development Program, or TDP, seems within reach. The year-round musical education diversity program provides young Black and Latino musicians the highest level of training, alongside current orchestra musicians.
Talk about years from now, but I see the effects of it already.
Joshua Williams is a graduate of the program and inaugural fellow with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. For younger Black and Latino musicians, Joshua is an example that it's possible to break into an industry not recognized for its diversity.
We've been banging the table and screaming and trying so hard to change the demographic in classical music.
People of color make up 21% of orchestra players across the U.S., That's up from 14% a decade ago. The share of Black or African American musicians shifted less, only rising to 2.4%.
The problem is there are barriers to entry at a lot of different points along the process.
By providing financial assistance, performance, and audition opportunities, the Talent Development Program addresses obstacles young musicians can face.
All the work that we've done to this point is not in vain.
Although Waverly's dream may be years away from being fulfilled, seeing people who look like her,
it lets me know that I'm not alone.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The Advocate Channel is now streaming live on Amazon Prime in the News app. Watch us there or go to advocatechannel.com. AC 24/7 continues with today's top 2 pick.
It's an ongoing crisis in the U.S. Drug overdose deaths surged during the COVID-19 pandemic and have remained near record levels.
You know, when I hear those numbers, I hear those in the voices of my friends. That are currently struggling with substance use disorder.
Jason Hall knows the struggle all too well. He says he got sober after a battle with drug use and has personally administered naloxone to reverse opioid overdoses several times. Now he helps stock the medicine, which is known by the brand name Narcan, in vending machines like this one to make it more accessible.
This work is not abstract to me in any way. When we talk about statistics or when we're looking at these numbers, I have I have a face to put with every one of those numbers.
From California to New York, vending machines stocked with harm reduction tools have been placed in areas where high numbers of opioid overdoses have been reported. In Oklahoma, some of the machines are placed along turnpikes, in casinos, on university campuses, at a library, or outside fire stations. The vending machines also offer free fentanyl test strips, which are small strips of paper that can test drugs for the presence of fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid that drives most overdose deaths in the U.S. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Advocate Channel is your new source for news, entertainment, and trending stories. We're highlighting the advocates in our community. We've now arrived at our #1 story of the day. Take a look.
A daytime TV icon with unfiltered commentary and off-the-cuff celebrity gossip. Wendy Williams' talk show redefined daytime television and ran for 13 seasons, with an audience who had a front row seat to her extreme candor and at times personal demons.
And I've had a struggle with cocaine.
In 2019, she tearfully revealed that she was living in a sober house. 2 years prior, she fainted live on air. Williams' well-documented health concerns often resulted in hiatus after hiatus. In her absence, the series ultimately ended in early 2022. The years after, however, have been somewhat mysterious for her fans and even family.
At the peak of her career, she was gone.
A new docuseries on Lifetime explores the Williams saga. It's executive produced by Williams herself. She pitched it as a behind-the-scenes look at her life with hopes of launching a podcast, but producers soon realized that they were capturing something very different from a comeback.
You are bigger than this. You are better than this.
Her niece, Alex Finney, participates in the documentary. Producers say they finished shooting Wendy's portion last year.
Are we ready?
Where is your aunt today?
Well, she is away at some sort of facility and she is healing. Elizabeth, part of what has been so complicated and challenging about this for myself, and I'll speak for my family in this instance, and that is we don't have an exact location in terms of where she is. We have no way to actually call her personally.
A care team for Williams says the former host has been diagnosed with aphasia and dementia, which can impact communication, personality, and the ability to understand language. Her niece also says the former host has been suffering from alcohol abuse.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Shortly after her talk show was canceled, a New York court appointed a legal guardian to oversee her finances and health. The case has been sealed along with the identity of the guardian.
Can you explain the process of this guardianship and how involved the family is, if at all?
To put it really simply, the family has been shut out. My aunt was placed under this guardianship in April of 2022. She went into court, it was closed, so we don't know the details. And when she came out, she was under this court-appointed guardian. And here we are now in February of 2024, and that information is still really limited.
CNN has been unable to speak directly to Williams about the project or verify her family's account of their conversations, but we reached out to the care team and they declined comment. As for Finney, she says she speaks to Williams over the phone and she's hopeful for her aunt's progress, but still has concerns.
Some stuff that people are going to see in this documentary is just not adding up. I think a lot of people are going to have questions in terms of where is the guardian? Where is the oversight?
That's today's countdown. Download the Advocate Channel app on your phone or smart TV. We're also one of Fire TV's newest free live news channels. There's more news and entertainment coming up after the break.